Let me start. Om Sankaram Sangaracharyam Isam Vadarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Isvara Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyamavadvyaptadehaya Sridachinamurtaye Namaha Om Gangurubhyo Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Em Saraswataye Namaha Om Klim Kalikaye Namaha Om Klim Bhadrakali Namaha Om Dum Durgaye Namaha Om Hrim Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmucheyam Amritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmucheyam Amritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityurmucheyamamritato Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So today is the third day of our satsang. Third day or fourth day of Kamakhya. This is like Kamakhya Darshan, fourth day. So the topic is Kamakhya Darshan with Abdulji, Sri Swami Samarpananandji. So like that. Kamakhya Darshan. Kamakhya Ma Darshan, right? Kamakhya Ma Darshan. So that is the real topic. So being myself here, so far I'm here very content and feel very glad that I'm here. Very fortunately I'm here. Bruce and Mahaparasakti. To be sadhana every day. And it's very auspicious place to have sadhana. All kind of Sakti pit. Lot of sacrifice. Like beyond something and rasic qualities, which is more sattva, the transcendental consciousness. So here Kamakhya means beyond all kind of from the desires, have to transform the wishes, the expectations, and Kamakhya mother to fulfill all the our aspirations. At the same time, Ma Kamakhya Devi Parasakti is helping in our transcendental consciousness. And this place, this Kamakhya Pitham, the place, one can experience and get blessings of the Sri Vidyas, thus Mahavidyas, and different kind of rituals. But for the rituals that we perform, one may perform by the Brahmins, by the priest here, and Kumarik was also done by the priest, and that what Kumari Pujan, the Virgin Puja, Kanya Pujan, that what I have been taught you as Gupta Sadhana in according to Tantra Shastra. So I am going to perform here also Gupta Sadhana, Kanya Pujan. There are certain Gupta Sadhana also in the Sri Vidyas, Vasma Vidyas as well. So you can take all ritual part of sadhana. So all sadhana leads to the all sadhanas that leads to the purification of the chitta, and once purification chitta, the awakening vivek takes place. If the awakening will takes place means awakening the parasakti, and all the leads to the enter into Sivaloka, to merge in Sivaloka. So it's very important to have blessings, the grace of the Guru, the Master, who have initiative into Diksha, initiate Diksha into spiritual path. And I feel like also very blessed to be here, being a yogi, being a sannyasi, to be here. Yeah, this place also re-established by the Adi Guru Shankaracharya. So Shankaracharya, Adi Guru Shankaracharya, he have great seva, contributions. Of this Pitham, of this Kamakhya Pitham. So Kamakhya Darshan, Ma Darshan, I have also very good darshan here. So Ma Kamakhya Darshan for me is a eternal. It means also I feel this place I have been, not in this life but the past life as well. That what I have been experienced. And certain things need to be done that already. Request mother and Kamakhya already approved. She has special darshan to me, and I've experienced that. Something is not possible to explain by the words to all of you here, only unless you come to experience yourself this place. So, if there's some chance in future, so don't lose the opportunity and come to this place to have darshan, to have receive the blessings of the Parashar. So I have been sharing of my darshan highlights almost every day by messengers on the Facebook and those who have also WhatsApp with me connections. So I try to inform them time to time, share with them. So therefore, and Kamakhya Ma, give me a lot of powers, a lot of confidence, and her grace also leads to me other channel of the consciousness. And she will remain, will grace upon me and upon us also. In order to just Sivattu. So and that consciousness we have to have within ourselves so that we can as well externally. Whatever I experience externally, that is the consciousness which is awakened within ourselves. The projection of the consciousness inside, outside as well. So, and this is the pure place, this is the right place to the sadhana, the right place. I mean, of course, a sadhaka sitting on a tree in the bank of the Mother Ganges, but same time as a part of there is many place, spiritual place, whatever the suitable for you, and you must do sadhanas according to convenient times. I finally find out in my life, I've been traveling around the world, different places. I do some sadhana different places, but most of the time in my life I spent side of the Mother Ganges at the Rishikesh, the Himalayas. That suits for me. That suits for me. So whatever you get the place, always also is very important. The time, the space, the environments are very important for the sadhanas. Most of the time we find the place, but time not very good. Sometimes we find the right environment, but the place is not. Environments are good, but the place you choose may be not right. Sometimes the place choose, the time not right. Time is right, the environment not right. Things are there. So wherever you do sadhana, you have to manage all things. But generally, temple is a temple. Temple is a place. In ancient time, there was not many temples. In ancient time, people do meditate. All kind of temple places were built today. In ancient time, many yogis, many masters, many gurus, sadhus, they used to do sadhana. And today known as the sacred place, today known as the pilgrim. But due to pilgrim, the sacred places are become pilgrim. Tirthasthala. In Tirtha, what happening? Due to not maintaining proper disciplines, the places are became a little bit polluted, become tamasic. So it means the prana sakti became slowly goes down according to Inma. But the potential energy is still there. The potential energy is still there. The potential energy that known as the sanctum, that is known as the main sanctum of the temples. So therefore, in social people come and touch that real sanctum and feel that energy, and they go back. It is like a place where, like you charge yourself, to charging yourself. And once you charge, again return back. So temple is placed to like charge, like the mobile, right? The battery finish, again recharge, right? So similarly, the temple is a place where you have that feeling of recharging. So I feel myself also to coming to Kamakhya Devi to recharging myself, upliftments, become upliftment. Like sometimes people come to India and traveling, they go to different pilgrims, to different masters, different places. They feel very good. And once they return back to their home countries, especially if you are born as Europe or America or North America, but sometimes you actually not get the right track in order to maintain the same energy when you go back to home. Because the energy all about pranic energy, the prana, the pranic energy. That counts. And of course, if somebody is in total enlightenment and Brahminian, the person can adjust anywhere, any conditions. But same times, I see that when people have the great sadhakas, the great masters, even their Atmiya or Brahminian, they choose also again the right place to live. The right place to live. So therefore, any and all temples in India, so you can find always powerful. It is like you go there and recharging yourself. Like Shiva temples, like Jyotirlingam, even small temples, that small energy, whatever the pranic energy, but depends. We install that the place. Installation is very important. So therefore, when you do perform the yajna or the and when installation of the Shiva Lingam, so we have particular pujas, particular rituals. So you can call prana pratishtha, prana installation, prana pratishtha. So we have special inject the pranas, and that is the prana shakti, and that is how through that prana shakti you are going to experience the divine, the divine, the parasakti, the divine energy, and that is how this Kamakhya, that the Kamakhya, that how we experience. But depends what for you are coming here. And as I see that this Nilgiri, this Kamakhya established on the top of the Nilgiri mountain, this is called Nilgiri Parbat, Nilgiri. Nil means actually blue. Giri means the mountain, the blue mountain. And the besides of the Nilgiri, the Brahmaputra is flowing. Therefore, I went yesterday, the Brahmaputra, passing through Brahmaputra by the boat, by the ferries to other side of the river. And that is the small island, small kind. So there I went to pray. So there is the Bhairavnath, Shiva temple, Uma Shankar, you say, Umanath. So like Bholenath, Umanath, like Goraknath, Amarnath, these are the Pasupatinath. So these are the Lord Shiva's name. Nath means Swami, the master. So therefore, we have to understand why people travel, why people joining, especially in India. Not many people go to tourism, but many people come to the pilgrims. So that is for them a holiday. That is for them holiday. So in Indians, as a born in Hindu family, they go to one pilgrim to another, one pilgrim to another. So that is how they pass their time as part of holiday. Same time they engage their spiritual practice. Engage their spiritual practice. That spiritual practice, going to pilgrim, is brings the inspirations, and later they became sadhu. In according to Indian culture, the Sanatana Dharma, end of the day, so one has to take the sannyas. Sannyas is the final ultimate goal of these cultures. And then Vairagya starts. And Vairagya starts to the renunciation, Viveka, Vairagya, and Satsampat. That what you study. Viveka, And due to awakening of the Viveka, a person became Vairagya. So when person travel pilgrim to pilgrim, so you develop the Viveka. And that also brings Vairagya. So Vairagya leads to all the way. Samarpan, like the patience, tolerance, kindness, whatever, all these things. So then it leads all the way to the Mumikya, to the liberation. So Kamakhya Darshan, as per my own experience, is helping you to attain the higher consciousness. No doubts, no doubt. It is like Parasakti. The Kamakhya is such a Parasakti, you feel current flow. You feel the current flow inside within yourself. That it means you will experience a different level of the bodies, not only physical body, the prana, the manamaya kosha, the pranamaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha, that you can really experience this. And it was time for me, for a moment you can feel like a trance. Because you are in the territory of the Sriyantra. When you go to that sanctum, is actually you are in the Sriyantra that is built this way. And you are entering into. So you are entering into a kind of a transcendental consciousness. So naturally, if you have awakened that consciousness, and you can feel that. Common people, either they understand or not understand, but they are always recharged. It's natural. It's not matter of believe or not believe. It's not like that. When you enter into the main sanctum, the Parasakti, the Kamakhya, so naturally, it's something happening with you within itself, right? Like when you put the light, when on the light, it doesn't matter. The darkness has to go. Either you are conscious or unconscious. Darkness has to go. So that what I have been experiencing, and every day at Kamakhya Parasakti place. And I was thinking about a long time. And I hear about it, but I don't know. It's like a Sri Vidya place. Sri Vidya place itself. So therefore, I feel very blessed. And so once after I leave this place, then I can see more things, what I have any experience. Sometimes when you stay close by the place, we don't give importance to that place. And once you leave that place, then you give more importance. Right? Give more importance like that. When you stay with the masters, gurus, you don't give importance. But when you leave them, you give importance. So, and another thing is, what I try to work out my Kamakhya place by traditions, they sacrifice so many animals here that I feel kind to them. So I don't know. I would like to, many places in India, they stop sacrifice all animals. So external surroundings, when I'm traveling, all the time I smell all animals, the black, the goat, and chickens and all this, that. So whole area, whole day, these animals are crying. They don't get even proper grass to eat. They're live in the stones. This one is giving something. And sometimes I have collect some video, some photography as well. So it is like that. So those people actually eating meat, for them is nothing. They don't feel that. And I don't eat since a long time, when I was 10 years old. So for me, I feel so much kind to the animals here, and I request to mother, hey, mother, please educate it was, so that, and please avoid this. So I'm going to also Kumari Pujan, and Kumari Pujan also people do sacrifice animal as well. And already I request to priest. So as I'm Swami, as I'm following the Vedic traditions, following the path of Sankaracharya as a sannyasins, so I personally not approve the violent act here. Other Other mother, of course, is the mother place, he can decide, but I requested the mother, so I will not involve in the violent actions. Somehow, so it is approved. So I'll do special offerings to a mother, that as I do in our own ashram in Himalayas. Also we sacrifice, but special like coconut, the raw coconuts. So next we bring the special foods, this big, like this, and then I have the squads. Then I have to, you know, how I have to do like this. Look, I hold like this, and I have to cut like this. The one hand will be here, like this, and I have to cut like this. Very interesting that. Because the hand has to be there, so you have to cut in differently. You have to hold the fruits like that, one side, not like this. You have to show right hand, the left hand go to right side, and you have to chop. Sometimes you can chop your own hand also, if you have not very much conscious. It is a special act, that what I have been educated in our own ashram. When I do such an mahayaga, also have sacrifice this kind of a special fruits. They're called kusmanda. Kusmanda. So same thing, and I will request the priest to be done, because inside sanctum there is no any kind of violence, completely pure. They worship all in Dachinacharya, in Vedic paramparas. Also the offering as a Brahmacharya, as a Kaulacharya paramparas, Tantric paramparas, but inside there is any very secret. As I already taught you, as I taught you the Panchamakar, how the secrets is. As per my Guru's comments on the Panchamakar, that already I have been delivering to all of you through in my Zoom meetings and many classes. So I think you're supposed not to confuse about a Panchamakar has to be violent act. That is the Vedic way. Even Kaulacharya, Brahmacharya also they can done. As per the sannyasins, they have to perform all rituals without any violence. That is very, very important. Very important. So all kind of tantric rituals and tantric sadhana I do also previously, and here I'm also going to already perform certain things, but without any violence. Without any violence. And that is my sadhana. It is my sadhana. And every day I do here perform Sandalahari every day. So it's 1 times and 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, like inside temple, inside my room, every day. The whole Sandalahari chants, but in silent form. So I don't allow it in silent form, because when you go temple, so you're supposed not doing like in verbal way. So I do all silent form. So Sandalahari in our ashram we do chant verbally, and at the same time also, and a special mantra in Sandalahari. But there is many kind of mantras also in Sandalahari Srividyas. Depends how instructed by the gurus. But it's very important for me to understand, one should not chant mantras as per the intellect. One has to chant mantra as Guru's instructions. Like the Valmiki Rishi, with the writer of the Ramayana. So Valmiki Rishi was a gang leader. He simply chanted Mara, Mara, death, death, death. And he chanted Ram. And after that he was awakened. He was become liberated. You can chant only Om Namah Shivaya. But that mantra only can give power once you are confident. The given by the Guru, given by the Master. Doesn't matter how the benefits of the mantras, if you are not confident, it does not work. Am I clear that? So the trust, the confidence, the love, and one has to chant the mantras without ego and with initiations or with humbleness and complete surrender to divinity. Complete surrender to divinity. So I just give one example. There was a story while I studied in my Guru place in Bihar. What happening? One day somebody asked the Guruji, I want to do headstand because headstand have so many benefits. Many people study books and they find that so many benefits in the headstand Sirsasana. So what happened? Guru said, no, you can't do actually Sirsasana, but you must go to the garden and do some karma yoga. And when you're ready, then I can tell you to do Sirsasana. So what I mean, so you can understand now, a Guru is instruct, go to the garden, do karma yoga. When you're ready, then you can do Sirsasana. And same time, and Guru is also experienced that somebody came to him. He said, my whole, because he was very young, then said, my whole hair style became white. Then what do you do? What kind of practice you do? I do Sirsasana, headstand, because he learned headstand can give more benefits. So due to headstand, due to Sirsasana, all hairs are become white because the toxins are flow through the blood to all the head. So what I mean, so Guru is explain, this is the examples. So then Guru say that without proper purification of the physical body, Annamaya Kosha, and one should not do headstand longer time. So one has to have proper diets, one has to have proper environment, one has to have proper time to do, one has to also proper instructions. For a headstand, you need a lot of purifications. Headstand, why need so much pay? Because the blood direct circulating to our head, right? If there are a lot of toxins and body not purified, so naturally your blood became impure. And impure blood when flowing to the and brain naturally became mad also. Not only all the hair, the white hairs, black hairs turn into and white hair, right? So therefore, hairstand need to be done with a proper care of the Annamaya Kosha, proper purifications. So therefore, most of the time when people ask me, I want to do this as and that as, and I always remember the story of my Guruji. It was 30 years back in 91 when I went there for the sannyas trainings. Sannyas training. So therefore, is very important. Very important. Sannyas training is very important. And people sometimes come to Master for sannyas training. They leave the place. Even they leave their cloth even. So it is actually sad. Yes, it is actually sad. So sannyas is a need to be training under the guidance of the master gurus, and so therefore is very important. So in my life, I was succeed the sannyas training in the 91. There are certain difficulties as well, but you need to have strong resolve, strong sankalpa, and keep continuity of your sannyas trainings. So I was very happy, and I was very glad. It is the past karmas. Without past karma, previous courage, so we can have proper sannyas training. And even today, today is more than 30 years already, and still I'm on this path. On this path, there's many things comes in the life. Many things that are temptations. When you walk the path of sannyas, or when you come to the Kamakhya Devi, for example, there is all the way many temptations as well. Last 25 years, I have planned to come to this Kamakhya Darshan, Kamakhya Darshan, to come to Guwahati. Last 25 years, could imagine all of you, and always there is something, there is something, there is something, there is something. So I don't know, there is always some troubles, always there are some temptations, and different things comes on the way, and always I postpone the progress, always postpone the progress. So, and when we are walking path of sannyas, there is many temptations comes on the way, and if not aware properly, and if you are not conscious properly, and you actually lost, path of sannyas lost. Sannyasi, people walk path of sannyas, they want to study some asanas, and they want asanas, and they are, after study asanas, may find some right partners and right business, they gone. They forget the sannyas. Business come on the way. When people go to asana practice, they find some partner, they go to that way, become householder, become married. That is how it happens. I saw in my class, maybe it was almost 14 years before, 2008, I think, uh, 12 years before. Some people come, say, I want to be sannyas, it's fine. I want to spend Swamiji, Guruji with you for my life. Then what happened? Within that month visiting there, a girl coming from New Zealand, and this boy and tried to marry that girl. I mean, they became partner. They can marry, they forget. Sannyas forget, the life is forget, Guru forget. And he was vegetarian for last 5 years. And after that, and he tried to hunting the animals in New Zealand, and eating the meat, and have children and so on. So what I mean, so life of sannyas and life with the Guru is not very easy. And it became also negative towards me also later age. And they have their life. And he used to organize certain kind of my programs for 2 years and traveling to south, come to Rishikesh. And he was like that. He was very strict. I thought, oh, he could be good yogi and enter into different life. So anyway, so I'm not going to give their names. So what I mean, so in my life also, it depends. I just give Kamakhya Darshan, so many obstacles comes in the life. Similarly, and when I walked path of sannyas, even in Bihar's club, at that time I was under sannyas. Then I left Bihar's club, then all the way to Sivananda ashrams, and then study. Then I would Kailas. Then some time in between came some invitation to go to foreign countries. And when I was Sivananda ashram, I said, no, I'm not coming to foreign countries. I won't take sannyas. That time I have normal cloth, the white cloth. Then I say, no. So obstacles was there. Obstacles was there. So a lot of temptations there. Then I say, no, I need to enter into sannyas diksha. And after sannyas diksha again, I did not went to any foreign countries, not went to Sivandas, not stay in Bihar's club yoga, but direct I went to Kailas ashram, traditional ashram, to study for 3 years. I studied 94 to 97. So 3 years very strict. So because so is the environment very important, time is very important, the association very important. To walk a path of the sannyas, not very easy. To walk path of Brahmagyan, Aratmagyan, not very easy path. It must be clear. Even you live in the samsara, live in samsara, so not very easy, all of you, to walk the path of Brahmagyan. But be sure that, and if you are disciplined, so that eventually, and you can walk path of the Brahmagyan and Atmagyan. But it's very important when you walk in the spiritual path and keep connect with the masters and gurus and keep your determinations. That is very important. Determination, sankalpa. So I had sankalpa that time. Even today, with my guru, I personally have, we both personally, and have the good relations. Institution is different, but personally, between our my guru and myself, so there is always good relations. So that we need to keep maintain. It's not matter how much you achieve the positions, name and fame in the society, but the guru disciple relationships has to be very much has to be nothing to the mission, has nothing to the mission. It has to, you can say, is a very personal, is very personal and very difficult to explain the guru to disciple relationships to the others, because that nobody can understand it. So it's useless to explain. So guru disciple relationships is very much personal, very much personal. So that guru can understand, to disciple can understand, but in the true way. That's what I try to speak. But most of the time we are receiving guru or we are receiving disciple in different manner with personal expectation or personal aspirations. So that does not help on this spiritual path. Doesn't help. So, and I feel very fortunate to having darshan of Kamakhya Ma, although different obstacles, different temptations there. So that what I like to share in the satsang. In satsang means to not blah blah with the intellectual all shastras. What I'm speaking with you is out of my experience, out of spirit, out of the heart, out of love and compassion and kindness, what I have experienced. And in future, all of you also maybe will try how if people can actually continue this Sandar Lahari, maybe once a week, maybe in Amavasya or Purnima, so you can learn and how to chant these mantras, Sandar Laharis. So that is the future plans I have for all of you. And sometimes we can recording in my voice, like we say, Trayanam Devanam Trigona Janitanam Apyasive Bhavet Puja Puja Tava Charanayorya Virachita Tatha Tatpado Dahanamani Pithasya Nikate Sita Hete Sasvan Mokulita Karota Samakota. So this is the how we chant. But what I have been educated, what I have been studied, instruction by the instruction of the gurus, of my own guru, whatever I have been educated, whatever study with other sadhus also in this path. So in future, I also would like to give to all of you. And how to meditate also Sri Yantra is very important. That the part of Sri Vidya is very important, very beginning. You have to find out how to experience, how to experience the third dimension of the consciousness. Sri Vidya is to experience transcendental consciousness, experience the third dimensions. Sometimes we will not understand by mind, intellect, or by our own course. It's not possible. So very beginning we need such a devotion, long time to purification. When chanting the Sandarli mantras are full powers. It is fulfilling everything. So my grandma Swami Satyananda used to say, if any place they are chanting the Sandar Lahari, the place is full power. So you can materially fulfill all your desires and wantings and expectations and aspirations as well. Spiritual, of course, you'll attain. Not only that, you'll attain Deva Siva Tattva as well. But these are powerful mantras and written by Adiguru Shankaracharya. Even simply and put the Sri Yantra, proper Sri Yantra, and meditate after chantings. Then there is specific mantra Sri Yantra. And there is many mantras in Sri Vidya. So we'll find out that. But I have been certain times discuss with the different the Sri Vidya sadhakas. There's many mantras as well. But we have to find the right mantra, which mantra can suitable for you. So generally, if we check our Sandalari book, they say Om Aim, Om Hrim, Om Srim, Om Klim. This is the basic mantra, but there is also different advanced mantras as well in the Sri Vidya. But there are certain people, sometimes get some Brahmins mantras. But I don't think there are certain Brahmins, they get that mantras in traditional way. But there are some gurus, who have been initiated into the science of Tantra Vidya, Tantra Shastra, they know Veda well. So it is good sometimes to get such kind of mantras by the traditions. But same time, it's good to chanting every day the Sundar Lahari. Once a week is enough also. Amavasya, Purnima, if I have not so much time, right? If you cannot do regular sadhanas, like Kriya Yoga has to be done every day. You no need, because Kriyas is taking even nothing. So you can simply sit down, observe your breath, observe the Soham sadhanas, or simply do Yoni Mudras. What do you call Jyoti Mudra, Yoni Mudra, do it. And after that, you simply sit down. This is also shortest way to do Kriya Yoga every day. Simply do Yoni Mudra, nothing else. After Yoni Mudra, and then leave it, and that is called Yoni Mudra brings Jyoti Darshan. But according to Kriya Yoga, According to Bhavas, they don't like to have this kind of miracle like Jyoti. Whatever experience is fine, but whatever experience, any kind of forms, it is not actually, is not, you have to leave whatever you are experiencing, any kind of forms also, either light and colors. So you have to go beyond this. You have to go beyond this. And when you experience certain kind of color manifesting your eyebrow center, Jyoti forms is nothing, is particular. You are experiencing the elements. When the earth element is brings colors. You must understand when you study properly. When you go to the Vipassana, you can understand different colors manifesting by the elements, the 5 elements. So therefore, whatever you are going to experience, any form of the Jyotis, any colors manifesting in either center in the body, or sometimes people listening to the sounds, all are the kind of obstacles for the higher and transcendental consciousness, Atmiya and Brahmagyan. And once you have the Atmiya and Brahmagyan, you have to actually leave this all kind of planets. So anyway, once you get that Atmiya and Brahmagyan or enter into Sivaloka, so you know it. What is the truth? What is the truth? So there nobody can bothering you. There is no, you only simply you'll flow of the compassion towards others. You'll flow your love towards others. There are no place of anger. There are no place of negativity. There are no place of places. Avidyasmita ragadvisa vinivisa. When it ends, so naturally enter in the kingdom of compassion, love, bliss, Satchid Anand. So there are no place of myself. Because you see yourself with all beings. Atmanand. When you say, give me space to myself, enlightenment person never tell these words. Never tell. Give me alone, leave me alone. I want to be myself. The individual, the egoistic people say always this because they are disturbed by the external surroundings. So when you say myself, that means you are really in trouble, really in trouble. So what I mean, so of course in material life, in social life, when you do some sadhana, you always say leave me alone. But when but the person who enter into kingdom of Atmiya Brahmagyan, because he's seeing himself with others, he see the self, whatever himself, he saw that self with others. Self means what? The Atma. The Atma he can see, he or she can see with all beings. And that word Ama see that sometime. So then somebody asks the Ama, how you can love to everyone? How is possible? You say, for me and that person, there's no difference. I see myself within that self. So therefore, no difference. So therefore, Amma never say, leave me alone. I want myself. Leave me alone. I always say that when people write me letters and WhatsApp, leave me alone. This one is block me, my WhatsApp. Don't call me. Don't talk with me. I want to be myself. So actually, we are in trouble. We are in traps. And if I achieve that higher consciousness, so you actually can't say myself. Can't say myself. Like I go to this sometimes temple and this come. So many people come. I don't have any problems. I don't have any problem. So many people. Everybody sit down. I never say that leave me alone. There are so children moving and here there. The animals are crying. There are so many people. I saw some sadhu there. Hey, why disturb us? I want to meditate. Of course, if you meditate, you have to go to cave of the Himalayas, not in the Kamakhya temple inside, right? So everybody has to perform their pujas, rituals. So naturally, so people will crowd and this and that happens. But for me, honestly, I don't have any problems at all. I know how to do sadhana, even so crowds there. I have no problems at all. I can sit down. I remember when I do perform the Panchayana sadhana, so many things comes to me, so many things, and I have to resolve. And stay same time, I need to keep continue my Panchayana sadhana as well. Sometimes people come, need money. Sometimes say, Baba, I need the many things comes. You know that our ashram I'm alone most of the time doing Panchayana sadhana. So, sir, but this year it was the time, and only the Sipus are there, so used to helping when certain other people come. But not every year somebody help me. Some help, maybe few months, maybe 1-2 months, but most of the time, and even sometimes we don't have proper workers due to COVID-19, but still I keep continuing. So what I mean, so it's very important to learn, to go to any pilgrims, especially this Kamakhya, so a lot of people coming, so don't expect you want to be yourself by myself. No, because mother calling to everyone. Even mother not alone. Mother, everybody, see, get up morning time. Kamakhya morning, get up 4 o'clock. Even say take rest at least 8 o'clock. The temple close 8 o'clock. So she have no rest. She have no rest here. See, so that is how it is. So what I mean, so when you are really walking in the higher spiritual consciousness, when you are already entered into that state of the consciousness where you have the glimpse of the Atmic and Brahmajnana, you're never going to say myself. That is when you say myself, myself is nothing but ego, is nothing but avidya, is nothing you are frustrated, is nothing you are depressed, is nothing you have really stressful. But the real spiritual aspirant becoming a guru, I'm not telling every gurus, all gurus, but there are particular sadhakas I see. I saw the life of Ama, how she served day and night, day and night. Like Lord Buddha, even he left his physical body before leaving his physical body, and he calling to everybody. He told to his secretary, as per the story, Ananda. He said that call to everybody. I'm leaving tomorrow night, midnight. So let everybody come to visit me, whoever wishes. And people have so much line to visit. And there someone say that I'm not going to give only getting his darshan. So I don't know, but still I don't learn the proper dhamma. I want to learn the dhamma. And I say, no, no time for Buddha. He want to leave the body. Let do namaskar, get out. He said, no, not possible. But I want to learn the dhamma. I don't know. After he leave, maybe I get authentic dhamma or not. So I don't know. I will get the right technique or not. So I want to learn from it. And same time, Lord Buddha was hearing that sound and tell to another, let him to come in. I'll teach Dhamma now before I leave. So what I mean, so Lord Buddha also taught the Dhamma, the Vipassana to that person in his last breath. In his last breath, could you imagine that? So Lord Buddha never tell to others, I want myself, myself, nothing like that. So that is many people I heard always. I want myself, don't disturb me. Really, when people tell him these things, it is really they're in trouble. The biggest trouble they have, the mental troubles, man, the psychological trouble. So, in the satsang, let the people walk on the spiritual path. You must see yourself with others, but don't pretend physical body. So anyway, so this is the best example as a Brahmingyan Atmi, because Atmi and Brahmingyan he see the Atma with all beings, with all beings. Like you see the sun, sun you can see with every parts. Similarly, you can see the Atma with all beings, and then that is called final liberations. And then naturally we can compassionate to others. So therefore, Lord Buddha, the incarnation of compassion. Therefore, Lord Shiva, the personification, incarnation of compassion. Therefore, we say Karipura Gaurang Karunavataram Karuna Avataram. So Lord Shiva is the avatar of the Karuna. And Lord Buddha is the avatar of Karuna. Compassionate. Compassionate is not something intellectual going to happen. It's naturally flow. And that is, you can say, I'm compassionate too. No, the words are not actually there. We use the words, but it has to be an action. It has to be experienced. So this much today. So I can say that in my last words. So Mother Kamakhya, Kamakhya Ma, she is very compassionate to me, and I feel very blessed. Due to her grace, I'm here. So therefore, as per her child, sannyas also a child of the mother Parasakti, and without blessings of Parasakti, one cannot actually sannyas. One cannot be sannyas. So we need the blessings and grace of the Parasakti. Then you enter into sannyas. And keep continuity that sannyas life, you need to grace of the Parasakti all the time. So therefore, we should not forget rejection to the grace of the mother, not at all. So, and once again, and we pray Mother Kamakya bless us and grace us for all the time in order to attain the Shivatva, the Shiva Loka, the Shiva consciousness, the Bhairav consciousness. So let and pray to the all masters. Om Gangurubhyo Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Aim Saraswate Namaha. Om Klim Kalikaye Namaha. Om Klim Bhadrakali Namaha. Om Sankaram Sankaracharya Kesavam Badarayanam Satrabhasa Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Ishvara Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagini Vyamevadvattadehaya Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Om Namah Brahmadibhya Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartebhya Vasarishibhya Mahadbhyo Nama Gurubhya Sarva Plavarahitaha Pragyanaghanaha Hradayartha Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi Brahmevahamasmi. Om, today the special day, so today I already did 108 times prayers for all for the world peace, but once again I'll chant 3 times Mahamrityunjaya mantra for the world peace and those who need our prayers for their own benefits. And Om Trayambakam Yazamihi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Yobandhanam Pratarmasyamamritam. Om Trayambakam Yazamihi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Yobandhanam Pratarmasyamamritam. Om Trayambakam Yazamihi Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Yobandhanam Pratarmasyamamritam. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. 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 Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. बोलो कामाख्या मैया की जय, महामाया की जय, भोले बाबा की जय, भोले मैया की जय, महाकाली की जय, महादुर्गा की जय, भोले बाबा की जय। बोलो नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम तत्सत, हरि ओम तत्सत, हरि ओम तत्सत।